So good morning and welcome everyone. Could everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. Thank you so much for joining us today. So last week we would have had the ECS Eastern Caribbean State Delegation reaching out to us to host a regional webinar. And of course, that was in support of Digital Agriculture Week that is happening in headquarters in Costa Rica in September. And so today what we have CCRAF with us, they would have previously introduced when they were developing the app, they would have previously had a session with us. And so the app is fully developed and they want to go through a little demo with you on what the app is like. So welcome, my name is Nikelia Gregor-Karai. I'm a technical specialist in soil and water management with ICA, and I'm also the coordinator of the CCRAF. And so for those of you who are new, possibly new and probably forget, please, as we have to keep the mics muted, so please just feel free to drop your name, drop the flag of your country in the chat so we know, where the persons across the region are joining us today. It's always lovely to see the different areas that you are joining us from. And so this, as I said earlier, the session will be recorded. It will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, so please feel free to go on there. We do have other social media platforms, so you could scan this QR code to get our access to our various social media platforms, as well as our website. It's basically ccraf.iica.int, and you'll get all the information. So for those who are new, the CCRAF is a knowledge to action framework. Of course, very important is sharing knowledge, sharing the various practices, technology that we are doing within the Caribbean region and even externally to support, the resilience and development of the agriculture sector. And so, of course, important is firstly sharing that knowledge that exists. Of course, to share that knowledge, we look to build the community, we look to enhance collaboration if we have to effectively implement the required action. And so this is also very important for us. And so we know with the knowledge, it's one thing, but to address the challenges, action is needed. And so that is why our objective to translate knowledge to action on the ground is very important. And this is why we will have launched what we call the CCRAF on the road, where we'll be in country implementing some of these, some of these practices, some of these initiatives, some of these required actions on the ground, on the farm. Okay. And so we would have completed Jamaica, and so we will be in St. Kitts and Nevis from week after, towards the end of September into October, and we will be on the road, and I will be providing more details on that. And so today we have with us CCRAF, who will be giving you a little demo of the FarmerCommunity App. I know from our last session, some persons were interested in some community app, some community way of communicating across the region. And so this is possibly an opportunity for you outside of the CCRAF, where they do have experts available, they do have other information, and they will provide that sort of information to you. And so this will be our simple agenda today. And so I have welcomed all of you. And so what I will do now, I will pass on to Laura. That will give you a little history about the app, what it is about. We'll have a little poll by Viviana, one of the team members. Then we'll go into a demonstration for you of what are some of the functions of the app. Emily and Laura will facilitate that. We'll have a second poll, which Viviana will support, and Abdul will support any questions that you have. And of course, I will come in and provide you what is up next on the agenda for the CCRAF, okay? And so with that, Laura, I pass on to you and your team.
Thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you to everyone for joining us this morning. We're really happy to have you here as we demonstrate our new FarmerCommunity App. A few people have been beta testing it for a little while, and we've been dealing with some challenges. We've created a new newsletter, and mostly what we want to do is just kind of show you. It's like a show and tell. And so let me give you a little bit of background. I'm the founder of Carib Farm, And our digital knowledge sharing app is called FarmerCommunity. And the idea is that we're building a community for farmers by farmers. And we're launching across the Caribbean over the next couple of weeks. And we might be at, I think, the Caribbean Week of Agriculture. So that's being confirmed right now. So the idea is that our digital sharing platform, our knowledge sharing platform, is that we want to provide farmers with easily accessible information. And so it's a free space for farmers to join. It's kind of like, if you can imagine, it's like Facebook for farmers, but with more and no advertising. So that it's just for farmers. It's for farmers and agriculture subject matter experts. What we do is we have a team of experts. You'll meet Abdul later. So if you have any pressing questions about what's happening on your farm right now, and you need a little bit of advice, Abdul will also answer your questions towards the end of the webinar. He's an expert in digital field analysis. He's worked for several years in Africa and is now in Canada. And he would be happy to answer any of your questions. So that will happen later in the session. I just wanted to mention it. So keep your questions in mind. If you want to put them in the chat, that's fine. And we'll watch out for them and answer as many as we can, given the time that we have left. So what we have are our experts, Abdul, one of them, and we have about 6 or 7 others, all with varying different degrees and expertise in everything from protected agriculture to plant analysis to soil management, hydroponics, all kinds of things. And so the idea is that you can join the community and connect with other farmers. Firstly, you can share your interests, you can ask questions, and the questions you can ask to each other as farmers, but you can also ask questions to our experts, and they will get back to you hopefully within 24 hours. But the essence is there's a lot of content already on the platform. We have a huge library. Emily will show you how to find these things when you join the community. A huge library, a bunch of videos. So we partner with international agriculture research organizations. And we also partner with leading agriculture universities like the University of the West Indies, but also Guelph in Canada and other universities across the globe. They have the wherewithal and the capacity to do the cutting edge research, to be able to especially share with you things around climate adaptation, because everybody knows that there's a lot of challenges with too much rain and not enough rain, and dry seasons that are too dry, and weather that's just simply unpredictable. So we share all of this information with you. And the idea is, while we're working while you're joining and connecting with one another, we're working in the background with our developers to come up with an AI assistant, like a virtual assistant. So hopefully sometime next year, you'll be able to just ask a question, and then we'll be able to answer your question immediately using our artificial intelligence that's connected to our specialist in agriculture research organizations. So you can trust the answers that we give you. And so, having said that, I want to now take the opportunity and just introduce some of the team members that are here. We have an amazing volunteer team, really dedicated professionals from around the globe. And so Emily is going to be doing the demonstration. Emily is our digital community manager, and she's been with us for almost 2 years now. And she will take you step by step so you can learn how to join the community for yourself. Abdul, as I mentioned, is our agriculture subject matter expert and does a lot of project management things for us as well. And he will be, as I said, answering your questions around agriculture or any kind of farming issues you might have later in the session. Viviana is one of our newest members. She's also working with us on getting the message out to the farmers, you guys. And so she will be organizing the polls, as Nikelia mentioned, and she's also doing community management. So I just wanted to share with you these wonderful people who are making all of this happen. And now I'm going to pass the baton over to Emily, who will start with the demonstration. If you have any questions, please just put them in the chat. I will do my best as Emily's presenting the digital app to keep an eye on your questions. Anyways.
Sorry, Laura, before we go, we had the poll.
Yes, of course. My apologies.
Okay,
Viviana,
thank you.
go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Laura, for this amazing introduce. And okay, hello everyone. I am Viviana Moreno, Community Development Manager at Caribbean Farms. It's a truly honor for me to be here. And okay, before we move forward, we would like to ask for your collaboration, but answer a short poll that you are see you in your screen. For us, your voice is a vital, so it's help us to adapt our platform to your royal needs, expectations, and priorities as farmers. So we will now launch the first poll on the screen. Please, the question is, what are the top 3 problems that you are facing as a farmer? Please, we have 2 minutes for answer. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Viviana.
Thanks, Viviana. So we will allow you just a few minutes to answer the poll. In the meantime, Emily, you could prepare yourself to share your screen while persons go ahead and answer the poll. So this information would be gathered in terms for the team to be able to better assist in terms of the key challenges that you face as a farmer. For persons who are possibly not farmers, you backyard farmers are farmers, even if you're planting a little something. So, but if you're not, or just please select not applicable. If it does not, if you see it's not in the list there, your problem is not in the list, please just type it in the part 2 of the poll. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So remember, what are the top 3 problems that you are facing as a farmer? Lack of available farm finance, unavailable farm station, of government support, climate-related issues like abuse of farm information, water scarcity, pest infestation, lack of affordable agriculture insurance, poor soil health, lack of available farming inputs, or not applicable.
Brian Samuel says in the chat that I was only able to type 1. What do you mean, Brian? Does that mean like when you went to other, or you're only able to select 1?
It was in the multiple selection format.
Okay.
I think it probably did not go in the multiple format. But please just type the other 2 in the other in number 2. I think I probably would have, when I redid it, it probably didn't go into the multiple selection. Apologies for that.
And thank you very much for your comments and your information.
Okay, so apologies, folks. Please just type the other 2 in the second part, please. Thank you. Okay, so with that, while persons continue with this, Emily, you could go ahead so we could really delve into what we're here for today and to understand how the app and some of the functionalities of the app. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Just to make sure my mic is working. Everything is, you hear me?
I could hear you clearly, yes.
Perfect. So good morning, everyone. My name is Emily, and I am the community manager at Carib Farm. And more specifically, I'm working in the marketing and engagement department. I have been working with the team since 2024, and I'm very excited to be part of this webinar today. And as Laura said, I'm going to be the one showing you the step-by-step of how to join our app. And that's basically it. So Carib Farm is a digital platform built by farmers for farmers with one clear mission to make agricultural knowledge and solution accessible anytime, anywhere. We're very happy to guide you through the process of joining our Farmer Community app. You'll find clear step-by-step instruction inside. If you have any question along the way, don't hesitate to write them in the chat, as said earlier, or you can also ask us in a Q&A at the end, and also email us in our email address that I shared earlier. Today, millions of small and medium farmers face challenges such as climate change, lack of reliable resources, and limited access to practical solutions. Carib Farm provides a community-driven response, a space where farmers can learn, share, and grow together. So, why should you join Carib Farm? There are 5 main reasons why farmer community is so valuable. Because it is more than just an app, it's a community. So first of all, we have the community and expert. You gain access to a community of farmers and agri-expert ready to answer your question, as Abdul. You have practical solution. You will find real and practical answer to your daily and farming challenges. You have direct access to practical solution that save time and money. Instead of trial and error, you benefit from proven solution and share knowledge. You have also a voice on the platform. Every farmer can share their experience and contribute to the community, which we will be shaping the resources and content based on your needs. You also have easy access to digital platform anytime, anywhere, available online and on mobile. So first of all, for the step-by-step access, to make the platform simple to use, we created this document, so it's going to be easier for everyone. Once we finish this presentation, we can share it with everyone. So you will need to. The step is very easy. You sign up to the app. You go to our website. You fill in the form with your information. You will receive a link also in your email for joining the Farmer Community app. You will create your account and set up your profile. You will also log in and activate notification. From there, you're ready to go to explore everything on Farmer Community offers. Now, let's take a look of how easy it is to join Farmer Community. So first step, you sign up. First, you open your browser and simply type carib.farm into Google. You click on our official link. You arrive at the Carib Farm homepage. There you'll see a clear button to join community. This is where your journey begins. So on the website, this is how it looks. On the homepage, you can find the information you need about Carib Farm and why we created the Farmer Community app. So you will learn about our values, our mission, and also you will understand why we do what we do, our team, and much more. So from the homepage, you will click Join the Community from the top right corner on the screen. This will take you to the Farmer Community landing page. So once you're there, you will just need to click on the button Community Sign Up on the top of the page, and you will find a lot of other buttons on the landing page also to sign up to if you cannot find it. On the next step, you will need to fill in the form completely and click on Send button. This you will need to fill in your details. This means your name, your email, and a password. We keep this simple so you don't waste time. These details allow you to connect with the community securely. Once you submit your information, you will receive an email with a link to the Farmer Community. So your request to join the Farmer Community will be sent to our team. and we review each request to join the community. Once your request is received, you will be emailed the link to join. So you will check in your inbox of your email and you will click the link you received from us. So the fifth step, you will create an account. So once you click the link, this will take you to the Farmer Community welcome page, the app, where you can create your account. So you just click create your account, you enter your email address, a password, and you confirm it. You will check the box, I agree to the privacy policy, and finally click the green button to create an account. You will use your email address and a password, and that's it. So once you're there, you will need to set up your profile. So please make sure to add a photo. And this is very, very important because it allows other farmers to recognize with who they are chatting with. Sorry. It makes the community feels more personal and connected. Next, take a moment to complete your bio. Your bio, you can write about what you grow or what you're interested in. For example, you can mention if you are working in a crop farming, livestock, or even new sustainable practices you're trying out. This helps other farmers to understand who you are, what you do, and it makes it easier to start meaningful conversation. It also makes connecting on the farmer community easier. Then save your profile, of course, and log in to your account. So the next step is very important. You will need to make sure to activate notification so you don't miss any new video, solution, or discussion happening in the community. If you don't see this page appearing when you log into your account, in the bottom right corner of the mobile app, you will see the hamburger menu. The hamburger menu is the three horizontal line. Click on it, and then click on Setting on the top right corner.
Emily, sorry to interrupt, can you show with your mouse where those things are so people can see it?
You don't see my mouse right now?
No. Does anybody else see the mouse?
Okay.
Yes, I could see the mouse, but probably try using the pointer feature, the red pointer. So it
How
will be a
can
bit more visible. You could see the mouse, yes, but probably try using the pointer.
Where is that?
Yeah, where is that?
When you're sharing screen and the share screen
Okay.
shows up, unless probably if you're using one screen, it may not. But persons are seeing the pointer. The pointer is there, Laura. Go ahead.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, so okay. Sorry. So you click on the setting, so the hamburger menu first on the bottom right of your the bottom bottom right. After you go to the setting, which will be on your top right corner, then you will need to click on push notification. Then you will need to click on enable push notification. This way you stay up to date and can respond quickly to what matters most on your farm. So here's an example of how the platform look like in the desktop version versus the mobile version, which look very different. So if you have any problem navigating, make sure to write to us in our email address so we can provide you as much information as you need. So the next step is basically you can, on the Farmer Community App, you can write a message to another farmers by messaging someone in particular, agri expert, or even other members, other farmers you wanted to write. You can search for other farmers in your community. You can also post and share any news or ask questions to our community by creating a post. And this is the most important part after of how to find the library. The library, you can find videos, tutorials, and even collection on essential topic like improving soil quality, pest and disease management, harvesting and water management. So this is one of our core feature in the Farmer Community Library, and you need to access it. How to access it? You need to click again on the hamburger menu, the three horizontal line, then click on the library on top here on the red circle. And so our library is constantly expanding, and the content is shaped by what farmers tell us what they need. So you will not only have access to our library, but you will also have access to our exclusive newsletter in which we provide important information about farming tips, agri-expert advice, and much more. So for us, it's important to create a community, a place where farmers can share and grow together. It is Carib Farm is not only about information, and it's about connections. So this peer-to-peer exchange is what makes Carib Farm truly unique. Our vision is to make sure that no matter where a farmer lives or what resources they have, they can access reliable and practical information. Together, we can strengthen farming communities, improve sustainability, and build resilience against global challenges like climate change. So we invite you to join our farmer community and tell us what solution matter most to you and your farm. Your feedback helps us create better and targeted resources. And thank you for your time and attention. I hope this gave you a clear picture of what farmer community offers and why it's so valuable. We're excited to grow this community together. If you have any question, like I said, please write in a chat or contact us in our email address. And you will be able to review this presentation in the YouTube video, or even as we put together a 5-minute step-by-step video guide. So just send us an email and we'll send it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. I just wanted to let people know, because I've been following in the chat. Emily, if you go back in your presentation and show the website, carib.farm, and the button at the top there. Oh, that's it. So see folks, where it says click on the button, join community at the top right. See the button, join community? That's as easy as it is. So you click on that button, then the next screen, if you show us, Emily, what will happen? No, the next one. Sorry, the next screen. There we go. See, and there's this really simple little form. You fill out the form, you push the send button, it comes to us, and then we will send you the information to sign on to the community. We need to know your email address and your phone number and the country where you're coming from, just so that we can make sure. It's important to us that everybody who's on the community is a part of the farming community. Thanks.
Okay, excellent. So do we have anything else to add in terms of the app, Laura? So we could move into the other poll and take the questions, or any questions that persons may have.
Sure. I think we were looking for the top 3 problems that farmers had, and they were only able to fill in one. So in the poll. So maybe there's a second poll that also asks for the top 3 issues. And I was hoping that we might be able to do that. And also, Viviana, we have a survey that we share. I think we've shared it a couple of times in our newsletter. So if you reach out to us, we can share the survey after we finish the polls as well. We can put it in the chat. But we'd love to be able to share with you what we're up to, and beyond just, signing up. If you send us your email, we'll put you on the newsletter list that's full of all kinds of amazing information. And yeah, we're here to answer your questions. And
Okay.
Viviana is going to talk to you about the pool.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Laura and Emily. Before moving into the Q&A session, we would like to hear your voice again. And remember, your voice is vital to us and help us as adapt our platform to your real needs and priorities as farmers. And you will have also 2 minutes to respond this second poll. And the question is, farming practices you are interested in. What are the top 3 farming practices that you would like to learn more about? Regenerative farming, mixed cropping, rainwater harvesting, integrated farming, vertical agriculture, agroforestry, hydroponics, aquaponics, tree crop production, urban farming, agroborics, and machine learning, or no applicable? Please, you have 2 minutes for these answers, and thank you very much.
Lovely. Thanks, Viviana. And of course, if
And
what you want to learn is not listed, just add it in part 2.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikilia. And these results will help us to prioritize the most relevant topics and open the conversation during the Q&A session.
Okay. Excellent. So for persons, as you know, you answer the question. Please, if you have any questions as it relates to the app, how to access it, its features, please feel free to raise your hand and then I will unmute you. Or please feel free to put your question in the chat and the team, the Carib Farm team will address your questions. Of course, if you would like to be part of the farmer community, please feel free to send them an email and they will contact you directly. Okay, so Laura, if you could put the details in the chat so persons could see it and so that they can reach out to you if they are interested in being part of this farmer community. So with that, I believe we could start the discussion. So I know we would have some questions in the chat. Maybe Abdul, we could start with those. And for persons who would like to ask the questions, you know, you have the persons right there with you. If you have any questions, even any suggestions, of course, I'm sure they are open to suggestions because I'm sure persons do use various apps to gather information. Please feel free to also raise your hand. So I pass on to you, Abdul.
So much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we could hear you clearly. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Abdul. I have my background in soil chemistry. I also did my master's in applied bioscience, so just pesticide and studying leafy vegetables. So more like farmers that just deal with small vegetables, including tomato. I particularly like the question on the platform, and I'll be addressing that shortly. I just have a very short question I'll put in the chat here, just to get our preference on how we'd like information to be shared with us, and just to know together like insights on how we can move forward. If you have any questions going forward, we can just drop it in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them as much as possible. And I will just go through the question I saw on the charts about the celery with yellow leaves and for tomatoes and cauliflowers. So generally for leafy vegetables, what we have is in terms of celery, it might be like if you have yellowing leaves, it might be nutrient deficiency. It could include like magnesium, iron, and just making sure that we're checking, also just maintaining the nutrient level, adjusting the water schedule. So making sure that if we're watering our plants, we're not doing like the overhead watering of vegetables, because sometimes we have spore on the leaves and we do the overhead watering. So water the spores down into the soil, and also inspecting for just checking the flowers generally to make sure if there are any observable pests or diseases, if you can actually identify them. We have aphids, for instance, but if it's in terms of fungus, you might not be able to identify it. So there are different fungus that affects leafy vegetables, Phytophthora. We have the Fusarium oxysporum, a difference of them as well. And also just reducing environmental stress. So if you're able to like do some form of shade for your crop just to protect them.
Okay, right, just to interject a bit, for this session, we will not specifically go into some of the, the issues that persons are having on farm. Of course, more details in terms of, what is occurring in your farm, your type of practices will be required to make a proper diagnostic. So basically, if responses are provided now, it may not be the correct thing, as the actual conditions on your farm is not known. So what we will do is that we will stick to the app. If you have any, questions as it relates to the app itself, anything relating to, diagnostic issues, then we will reach out to the CCRAF farm team, and there they will deal with it directly, where they can gather, more specific issues, conditions of your farm to better assist you. Okay, thank you. Does anybody else have any question? Can she send? Okay, so we are seeing some people putting their emails in the chat, so that will be passed on to the team, and of course they will reach out to you. Okay, I see some people putting it. Okay, good.
I just wanted to inform everyone that you can send us your email address, but what we're going to do is send you back to carib.farm. Emily, can you share your screen again? Carib.farm. So what you can do right now, if you want to, is you can type in CARIB.FARM. I'll wait for people. Those of you who want to join the community, we can do this right now. It's not hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, excellent.
And Emily can share her screen. Emily, can you share your screen, the one that shows what the website looks like on your presentation? So you get to carib.farm. So let me spell it again. CARIB.FARM. Yeah, just forward a little bit. And so once you get to our website, it's really, really simple. Keep going. One more. Okay, stop. No, go back, please. Okay, so here you'll see at the top, Emily, can you use your mouse just to circle where the button is at Join Community? Just circle it over and over. So there it is. You see the button on the top right? It's just a white button on a white background. It says Join Community. Now click that button, because everybody goes through the same process. If Emily, can you advance to your next screen, please? Okay, when you click the button, then it's going to take you to our Farmer Community landing page, right? This is where you'll find lots of information about the app. You can scroll up and down. It's a simple one-page information website. You can learn about what we do on the app, but more specifically, there's a button at the very top that says Community Sign Up. And then all the way down through the page, if you scroll, it's really easy to scroll on your mobile phone too. We've made it very mobile friendly, because we know most farmers have their phone in their pocket and they don't carry their laptop to the field. And so, so you can click on the community sign up button, but there's a whole bunch of other buttons all the way down the page that says, yes, I want in, and please sign me up, and things like that. All of those buttons. Oh, what happened to the sharing? All of those buttons, can we show that page again? All of those buttons go to the same form. Everyone needs to fill out the form. Emily, is your sharing not working? Natalia, can Emily unmute, please? Uh-oh. Natalia's frozen. Hi, okay. Emily, there it is, right. And then show them the next page. No, okay, show them the next page, Emily. There it is. Okay, yeah. See, So it's a really simple form, folks. If anybody wants to just chime in, it's okay. You can raise your hand, or you can, and Nicelia will, I don't know, I'm not sure if Nicelia can unmute you.
Yes, yes. So I see persons are sending their emails in the chat as well. So that will be passed on to you and the team, Laura. And so the link could be sent to them directly so that they could
Okay,
do the
sure.
sign up. Okay.
Okay, yep.
Okay, excellent.
So
do we have an, I think
Well-
persons are just putting the thing. I think it was a pretty simple process. I think most persons possibly understood the process. I think now it's basically to sign up. Someone is saying that they have already received your newsletter. They're asking, when will the app be available?
us, well, as soon as you join the community, as soon as you hit that button and fill out that form, what happens next is that we receive an email at the office that has your name and the information that you filled out in the form. And we then, what we do is we onboard people, say a few at a time, 10 at a time or something. So what we'll do is we'll send you the link, and you can then click on the link. It's really simple. And then you go through the process that Emily took us through in the demonstration, which is to fill out the form with your email address and then make a password. And it's really, really simple. We ask you to make a profile, and we especially ask to add a photo so that people know who you are. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be a photo of you. It can be a photo of your dog. But it's just that people know, it's like, oh, when they see that Suzanne, all right, yeah, Suzanne's profile is a photo of corn. You know, it's really nice if people can see your face, but some people don't like to share that personal thing, and we understand. But in order to communicate with one another and share your ideas and your questions and your answers, it's nice to be able to put a face to the name, you know?
Quick question, Laura. Okay, so
Yes.
some persons have signed up. So after they sign up, is it that they receive something automatically, or is it that your team has to review and then they receive something? Because
No.
some persons are saying they have not received anything.
That's
So-
right. And they won't, because everyone is reviewed. Everyone is reviewed because this is a community for farmers, and not everybody, you know, it's not for everybody, it's for farmers. And so it's for farmers, agriculture, stakeholders, industry experts, and things like that. So we want to protect you on the community to make sure that people who aren't supposed to be there aren't there. Does that make sense?
Okay, so what you're saying, Laura, is that when persons sign up,
Yep.
you and your team will receive an email, you will do your review.
Yep.
No one will receive anything automatically. Once you and your team review, you and your team approve, then the person will get approved or not approved for them to join the community. This is what you're saying, right?
Yes, that's exactly right, Nicelia. And I'm looking at our inbox now of our website, and lots of people have sent us requests to join, and we'll get on it. And hopefully you'll have your link to join the community and go through the process at the same time that we'll send you the step-by-step, the PDF. So you should have it by at least end of week or Monday, I'm guessing. Yeah, it doesn't take long. It's just that when we get a lot at the same time, we need to vet them and make sure that, just that
Yes.
farmers are there.
So,
Yeah.
right. So question,
Yes.
in the chat there. So how do you know that someone is a farmer? Because you're saying that it is just for farmers. And so what is the criteria that you're reviewing if we are only providing our name, phone number, and email? What are you doing to verify that this person is actually a farmer and so on?
We can't verify it. We can only take you at your word. But when we do sessions like this, where people are here, you know, whether it's with an ICA presentation, or whether we do something ourselves, generally speaking, the people who are here are people who want to be here. And so if, for instance, we see something that doesn't make sense, and it's happened in the past, then we just send an email and ask them, tell us a little bit more about yourself if we have some concerns.
Okay, great. Could you and audit team place back the link for persons, who may have missed it in the chat?
Sure.
As people type, it would go further up. So if you could just, place it again in the chat.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think this might be it.
I
Go
can
ahead.
also answer more about the reviewing. So basically, it's very an exclusive link. So we're trying not to give the app to everyone. So we only have farmers that we connect with that's gonna go through our app. So that's why we're reviewing everyone, and we're making sure that there's no, for example, hackers or anything that's gonna join and after do problems in our app. So this is also the part of the reviewing.
And we can only be, we can only do so much. But the point is that we don't just share, oh, here. And we ask our people too, is when we share the link with you, maybe don't share it with other people, because you don't want to then have people on your community who you're not really sure about. So we do our best based on a trust system, and also we monitor what's going on, because we can see how people are communicating with one another, and we don't go into private conversations. We can't do that, of course, because privacy is privacy. But we can see what people post, and if people start to post advertising, well, they don't last on the community very long, So we want to make sure that this is not social media. This is your farmer community, for farmers, by farmers. That's the whole point. Yes, and somebody, Winston asked a question if he could share it with his cocoa farmers. Winston, just we can talk about that. Absolutely, I think it's a great idea, and we can talk further about it. How about we can maybe even do a one-on-one, because that's the idea, is that if we can share it with co-ops, it means that we can scale the solution faster, and we can also address questions on a larger scale. So perfect. Yes, love to talk to you. Sorry, Nikelia, if I interrupted you.
Okay, so I think that might be it, Laura. Persons, of course, seem interested. Some persons have already signed up. So I guess the ball is now in your hand to, quickly respond to, persons, now that you have shared it, now that they have shown their interest. And of course, they will be waiting on responses from you and your team. And so we would hope that that would be a speedy response on the part of your team. So
we have some more questions coming in. And yes, livestock farmers can absolutely join, of course. Absolutely. We have information in the library on livestock farming. The other thing that, if we could just add, Nikelia, one of the things that we realize is that once everybody gets the link and they join, they're probably going to have questions. So what we will do as the Carrot Farm team is we will set up, say probably next month sometime, we were thinking, is we'll set up a second information session, and we can share that. I'm not sure how Nikelia might want to share that. I don't know, but or if, but definitely there will be a follow-up, because we're assuming that people will want that.
Okay, Laura. Okay, excellent. Well, farmers, I would want to presume you consider persons, not just farmers, but persons within the agriculture sector.
Absolutely.
You have agro-processors, you have, so it's not necessarily just farmers, right?
No, not at all. Agriculture stakeholders, people like Abdul, who are extension experts.
Okay. So I think that is something we would probably need to make a bit more clear, that it's not just, because when we say farmers, these are people out on the farm doing the planting, rearing of the animals. So I think maybe clarify a bit in that context.
Yeah, those are our, well, sure, we can. Those are our experts, and so the experts support the farmers. And so the farmers can understand completely that if they have a question, lots of times the farmer will ask another farmer or check out what's happening down the road in somebody else's field. But to know that we have a team of experts, as well as being backed by these major agriculture, universities, and international research organizations. So you can rest assured that if we're giving you an answer, it's been vetted and it's a professional answer that you can rely on.
Okay, great. So with that, we will move on to our closing. So thank you, Laura and team, for reaching us to be part of the CCRAF special edition to share again, that the app is functional now and persons can access it. So we were happy to provide that support to you and the team. So while I go in the closing, I will share, a little feedback poll. It's just 4 questions to get an idea of how persons felt about the session. What's it showing? Okay, so I believe it seemed like I have launched the poll. It says, I think I'm getting a little challenge with Zoom there for a minute. Okay, excellent. So I will go on into the closing. So I'll just share my screen quickly. You wanted to add something, Laura?
Yes, I do. Viviana just dropped into the chat, and I just wanted to alert everyone that Viviana has dropped a link into the chat, and she will do it again, I think. And this is, if I'll label it, I'll put a note. This is a survey. It's just a really simple survey. It'll take you a couple of minutes, that asks you to tell us what are the problems that you're facing? What are the things that you want to learn the most about? And then what we'll do is we'll gather up all the numbers, and the things that you want most is we'll put that at the top of our priority. We'll make sure that that's in the next newsletter. We'll make sure that we do an expert webinar on the subjects that you want to learn most. Okay, so if you share with us, then we can make sure that we're delivering to you what you need and what you want. That's our goal.
Thanks, Laura. Okay, so thank you so much to Laura and team for reaching out to us so we could have this special edition webinar number 3. As I said, the special edition webinars are open to our stakeholders who have practical information to share. Of course, it is not catered for persons, in terms of promoting any product, promoting any business, but it is focused on persons who have some level of technology, some level of practice, some level of expertise within the agriculture field, and they feel that their knowledge and their experience would be of benefit to the agriculture community across the region. Of course, there is also opportunity for, on the business side of things, that you could reach out to us in terms of sales of services, and we could discuss in that regard. And so with that, I would like to move on in terms of closing the session and give you an idea of what is up next on the CCRAF. So as you know, we are celebrating 10 years of the CCRAF this year. And of course, we want to recognize our presenters. And so we have now launched a little series spotlighting our presenters. And so we are starting with our CCRAF 2025 edition. And so we would have had Dr. Ibrahim, who was the past Director for Technical Cooperation of ICA, who presented a bit on the mixed farming and agroforestry systems. We had Mr. Marcus Michael, who is an agronomist, and he is the chairman of MEATID, it's an agriculture institute in Trinidad. And he presented to us in terms of eco-friendly practices and products. Also, we had Dr. Kathy Dalip. She's an entomologist, private consultant, and she also looked at eco-friendly practices for pest management. And we had 2 professors, Adesh and Jaya, from the University of the West Indies, who looked at eco-friendly practices for disease management. And so they provide those services to us for free. And so you are getting very high level persons, giving their time to you. And so that's why we always encourage you to engage directly with them as you would have that opportunity. And so we want to recognize them. We want to recognize their support. And so we are launching that series. Please feel free to go onto our various social media platforms where you can, share, put a little comment and a little thank you to them for the information that they have shared with you. Right. And so, as I would have indicated at the start, and for persons who may have missed it, so we would have launched our CCRAF on the road. And so we are on the road and we will be heading to St. Kitts and Nevis soon. And so for persons who are there, we'll be reaching out, some of the CCRAF family. We will be at the Caribbean Week of Agriculture at the Marriott Hotel. It is free of charge for persons who would like to join in person. Please ensure that you go to the Caribbean Week of Agriculture website and you register. They provide lunch and snacks for free. So it's a free session. You'll have persons from across the region, international organizations there as well. So that's an opportunity to network and learn. So, and please feel free to join us. Right, so these are the two sessions that we'll be holding. Of course, it will be youth and farmer focused. And so we're looking to have the some school students, secondary and college students hold a session. So they will be, managing that session. They will have their own persons moderating it. And so it will be fully youth focused. And we also have a farmer-led session, which is farmer focused. And part B of that is looking at how some of the waste material from the agriculture sector is being utilized by some persons, even within the fashion industry in the Caribbean. So, things are happening. It's just sometimes we're not aware of it. And that is what the CCRAF is there for, to bring out that information out to persons across the region. And so for persons who are not able to join us in person, we do have a virtual link. Of course, I'll be sharing all of that soon. It is already on our website, so please feel free to go to our website, ccraf.iica.int. And so you'll get the information on our calendar. So please feel free to go there and do that. And so, as I said, we'll be in St. Kitts. October, we're looking to be in St. Lucia. November, Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda. We would have had to make some adjustments. So for persons who would like to partner with us, we do have an in-kind ally community partnership. We also have the Sustainability Catalyst Partnership and the Resilience. So if you would like to partner with us to implement a lot of these on-the-ground actions, please feel free to reach out to us. And so you can follow up, you can reach out to us on these various, we have the website, we have the emails, we have the social media. So please feel free to reach out to us. Of course, please feel free to reach out directly to Carib Farm. It's carib.farm. So you could go on there. We do have a lot of the emails in the chat and that will be passed on to the Carib Farm team. So with that, I would like to say a special thank you to all of you who have joined us today. And of course, if you have any additional questions, if you have any other things you want to suggest, please feel free to do it via email, and I will see how best I address it. Anything to Carib Farm, you could reach out directly to them and they will address those. And so with that, everyone, thank you. And we do look forward to meeting some of you in person in St. Kitts and Nevis. And do have a lovely day, everyone.
Thank you very much, Nikelia, and thank you everyone for being here with us and for your interest in FarmerCommunity digital app. I also wanted to add, as Nikelia reminded me, that we are supposed to be doing a virtual presentation at the Caribbean Week of Agriculture. And for everybody who shared their email, we will also provide you with more information when we receive it.
Okay, thank you, Laura and team, and thank you, everyone. Unfortunately, we had to keep the mics and various features locked due to the recent increase in hacking with Zoom. And some colleague just messaged that they were just in another session and it got hacked. So it seemed like the impacts of that we experienced during COVID is kind of starting over again. And so for persons who are using the Zoom, please be very mindful. I will try and have our IT unit probably put together something that I can share with you so that we can be a bit more vigilant for those of us who use the Zoom, because that incident seemed to be increasing again. And it's pretty much unfortunate since, you know, we're trying to share information, trying to build a community, and we get these sorts of disruptions, especially, you know, we have persons who are at work, we have youth, and it's just not a nice thing to have to experience. And it is sad that persons are using those platforms as the opportunity to disrupt with this content. And so with that, folks, thank you very much. And we will keep in contact with all of you, and we will share the emails with Carib Farm, and definitely looking forward to meeting some of you and partnering with some of you. Do have a lovely day, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll be in touch.